The sun rose slowly over the small village of Riverbend. A dusty wind swept through the narrow paths between clay huts. Roosters crowed as women fetched water from the stream, balancing clay pots on their heads. But on this particular morning, something was different, something terrible. A woman screamed. It wasn't just any scream. It was the kind of scream that stopped hearts, that froze time. People came rushing out of their homes, and there in the middle of the road, kneeling in the red dust, was a young woman. Her name was Mary. In her arms, wrapped in torn cloth, was a newborn baby. She cried, not soft, silent tears, but loud, broken cries that shook her whole body. "Why? Why did you leave me like this?" she screamed to the sky. The villagers stood around her whispering, "Is that her baby? Whose child is that? Where is her husband?" Mary didn't answer. She just held the baby tighter. Months before this day, Mary had been the happiest girl in the village. She was only 17 when she met James, a handsome young man who had come from the city to visit his uncle. He had nice clothes, smooth words, and a smile that melted hearts. When he looked at her, Mary felt seen, loved, special. He promised her the world. He said, "Mary, you don't belong here. Come with me to the city. I will take care of you." Her mother warned her. Her father shouted. Her brothers and sisters begged her to stay. But she didn't listen. She loved him. She believed him. She left that night with only a small bag and dreams bigger than the sky. The city was not what she thought. At first, James treated her like a queen. He bought her clothes, took her to parties, called her his wife. But slowly, things changed. He stopped coming home. He shouted at her. He blamed her for everything. Then one day she told him she was pregnant. He laughed, not a happy laugh, a cruel one. "Pregnant? That baby is not mine." She was shocked. "What do you mean?" "It's yours, James. You know it is." He slapped her. "Get out of my house. You think I'll be stuck with a village girl and her bastard? Never." And just like that, he threw her out. Pregnant, alone, in a city that didn't care. She slept under bridges, begged for food, walked miles with swollen feet. People spat at her, called her names, but she held on for the baby. She gave birth by the roadside, no nurse, no help, just pain, blood, and tears, and then silence. She thought the baby had died, but then a cry, weak but alive. She held the baby close and walked, for days, back to Riverbend, back to the village that had warned her, back to the place where it all started. But coming home wasn't easy. People stared. Some laughed. Some shook their heads. Her parents refused to see her. Her mother wept but closed the door. "You chose your path, Mary. You left us." She begged. She cried. She even knelt in the dust with the baby. But no one helped. No one cared. Only one old woman, Grandma Ruth, brought her water. "You can stay in my hut," she said, "but only for a while." Mary nodded, tears still falling. "Thank you, Grandma," she whispered. Days turned into weeks. She slept on a mat beside Grandma Ruth's fire, fed her baby from scraps, washed clothes for neighbors in exchange for porridge. But the whispers never stopped. "That's the girl who ran off. She thought she was better than us. Now look at her." Everywhere she went, shame followed like a shadow. The baby, whom she named Hope, grew slowly. But he was thin, too thin, his eyes always watery, his cries weak. One night, Mary sat by the fire, rocking him, singing old lullabies her mother once sang to her. Grandma Ruth watched from her mat. "You still love them," she said softly. Mary looked up. "Who?" "Your parents, the village, even that boy." Mary looked down at Hope. "I don't know what I feel anymore. I want my son to be okay. I want to be enough for him." Grandma Ruth stirred the pot gently. "Pain doesn't go away overnight, but it teaches." One morning, Mary woke to find Hope burning with fever. She ran from hut to hut, begging for herbs, for help. Anything. Doors closed. "No medicine. We have our own children." She should take him back to the father. Desperate, Mary wrapped him in a shawl and ran to her parents' home. She knocked. Nothing. She screamed, "Mama, please, he's dying." The door opened a little. Her mother stood there, eyes red. Behind her, Mary's father stared coldly. "He is innocent," Mary sobbed. "He didn't ask for this. I know I made a mistake, but please, help him." Her mother reached for the child, then stopped. Mary held him tighter. "I was wrong," she whispered. "I thought love was enough. I thought he'd never leave me. I thought the city would save me." She sank to the ground, cradling hope. "I just wanted to be happy. I didn't know it would cost me everything." Her mother knelt slowly, touched the baby's forehead. "He's burning." "I know," Mary's father sighed deeply. Then for the first time in a long time, he knelt too. "We'll call the herbalist." Mary broke down, clutching her son and weeping into the dust. That night, as Hope slept peacefully for the first time in days, Mary sat with her mother by the fire. "You still have a home," her mother said, "if you want it." Mary didn't answer right away. She just looked at the sleeping child, then at the stars above. Maybe, just maybe, tomorrow would be kinder.